The Disney Vibes Podcast. Talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Back and better. This is episode 55 of the Disney Vibes Podcast, brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. Of course, if you like us, our content, please be sure to show your support by booking your next vacation on the web at bookmdtravel.com. It costs you nothing. I did not introduce you or myself, and that's okay because everybody knows us now. It's 55 times in.
55.
55. That's 55. A lot.
It is
it's
a lot.
It's over almost 3 years strong. This is technically season 3, January 2024. So
Wow.
I'm not Heather, and you're not Andrew, and everybody knows this by now. So we're good. That's why I said, do we really need to introduce ourselves after this many times?
You're just throwing all these curveballs at me. But no. Hi. I'm Heather, everyone.
Well, they know that by now.
I know.
All right. Of course, you can download the Disney Vibes Podcast wherever you get your podcast from. You like the content, please show your support by leaving feedback and a rating as well. We greatly appreciate that. And back on YouTube, would love if you subscribe live. That would be very helpful to us as we continue to grow. Heather, how are we feeling? It's another snowy day here in the Northeast. It's been a lot of snow this week, and those vacay vibes, I think everybody's feeling them. They'd be strong.
Absolutely.
So
our son is obsessed right now with all things cruising. And
yeah, which hopefully we'll get to on this episode. I don't know. We'll see.
Right. So I'm there with him.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right, you got a joke.
I do.
Keeping the show going.
I don't know if I've done this one. I might have, but in Valentine's Day spirit, I'm going
Wow,
with
you're
it.
early for Valentine's.
Well, I don't know. It's
I'm your
the
forever
next holiday.
Valentine, so just don't forget that.
Oh, God.
Okay, moving on.
What does the child from The Mandalorian write in his Valentine's cards?
I don't know.
Baby Yoda, one for me.
See? That's you saying that to me. That's going to be my card this year. Right? I really think it is. We'll give you credit for that one. Yoda, one for me. See?
No. Sure.
Well done.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah. I'm the one.
Baby Yoda. No.
No, like baby,
no.
me. You're the one. Yoda, the one for me.
Yeah.
Come on. Yes.
Oh, my God.
Done.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. This or that, would you rather have a huge library like Belle or a restaurant like Tiana?
Oh, boy. All right. Well, I guess we're going to go with the knowledge here. So, because I wouldn't have to continue to order clothes because I'm just constantly eat if I was with Tiana's
No, you're
restaurant.
working at the restaurant. You're working.
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
Well, I said, would you rather have a huge library like Belle or a restaurant like Tiana?
Oh.
It's not eat at the restaurant. Would you have it? Would you run it? Would you cook it?
Yeah.
Come on. You don't like that Creole spicy
no,
food.
I don't. Only if there is an opportunity to have coffee or have a Starbucks in Bell's
No, it's
library.
not Starbucks. That's not Tiana. It's not Starbucks.
No, in the library.
Oh, in the
Bell's
library.
I mean, coffee
it's
and
filled with
books.
books.
It's amazing.
All right, maybe a Keurig and you'll be done. All right? How about that? You still haven't
Fine.
answered the question.
All right, fine. Belle, please.
Okay.
Bell's books.
Knowledge is power. The more you know, right?
Oh, God. Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, there you go. We have so dated ourselves right there.
Indeed, we have.
Couple things I want to talk about. Here's what's happening. First, the big news. I did put out a blog article on it. It is on the web. Is shockingly enough, Disney has announced the new cabins, and I'm shocked in the sense that it is happening so rapidly. And the reason why I say that is the new Poly Tower hasn't even been completed yet, but they have announced the opening date of the new cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. Now, remember, I don't remember how many episodes it was ago, we did talk about how that is going to be a DVC resort, and most DVCs are deluxe. This, I don't see how it's a deluxe level resort. And what are they changing to kind of, when you're a DVC, to me, it's a higher level of accommodations, right? I get the rustic feel, but I don't know. But anyways, here's the news release, and then I'll let you give your 2 cents.
Okay.
Really?
No, yeah, okay. No, it's fine.
Shaking your head at me. People see this.
No, I'm not shaking it at you like that.
All right. Saddle up for a rustic twist on a Walt Disney World vacation beginning July 1st. Guests will have an all-new way to stay in the great outdoors with many of the comforts of home in the newest DVC property, the cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. The new cabins will make a relaxing retreat nestled in the scenic woodlands of Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. The first loop will open up July 1st, with a second loop opening later in the month and more throughout the year. During a stay at the fort, there's a variety of unique experiences to enjoy, and some of those fan favorites are like Hoop-de-Doo Musical Review, Tri-Circle D Ranch, the outdoor recreational activities that they have, Chippendale's Campfire Sing-Along. So everything that they've had there will continue to be there. Everything that they have done in the past, nothing is changing. And you're probably wondering, well, wait a minute, how is this happening so quickly? So what they're doing is they're ripping all the old ones out, and they're just tractor-trailering them in. That's what it is. So that's how, when I first thought, I was like, oh, they're going to have to renovate. It's going to take a while. Nope. They are completely prefabbed, kind of like Contemporary was years ago. Remember that? And they will be bringing them in on tractor trailers for this. So go ahead, Heather. Shaking your head, let us know all the thoughts you have about the DVC cabins at Fort Wilderness.
Not that I'm shaking my head. It was just, I mean, I think that the fact that you have your own cabin is, I could see how that would be tied into like a deluxe, because then therefore, I know what the difference is between Copper Creek and that, but still.
Oh, big difference.
No.
If you saw the concept art, I did put the article out. Did you see all that?
I didn't see the art.
Especially you're talking Copper Creek cabins, you're talking 2-3 bedrooms, hot tubs, right on the water. This is still part of the campground. And there's at least nothing has been announced where it's like, voila, we are completely giving you a new DVC spa-esque resort pool, bar, lounge, restaurant at the campground. Now, maybe that's to come.
I think that it's probably just an opportunity for DVC members to experience a totally different atmosphere. I don't know.
But here's the question.
I know that you have Wilderness Lodge, but
right.
It's different. I don't know.
But
whatever.
Is that really what a DVC member wants?
I think they have the opportunity to choose what they want as a DVC member. So if they want to,
right,
that's their choice.
Because next to this, originally pre-COVID, Reflections, the Disney Lakeside Lodge, was the previously proposed DVC resort that would have been built between Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge, right? And we know that they have modernized the DVC cabins, at Fort Wilderness, because that was coming, and it looked the concept art. I remember we did talk about that on this show, and then the plans got scrapped. This is a moderate level resort because the campground has 800 campsites and 400 cabins. It's moderate level. It's not the value level. It's moderate. Can sleep up to 6. It's a short boat ride, so it's on that Magic Kingdom, loop, let's say, not with the monorail, but it is, you're not just busing there.
Right.
I don't know. So it's opening July 1st.
Tell me how you feel, Andrew.
No. So listen, sales are starting February 1st.
This would be their newest property.
Correct, for DVC.
So you know what?
And it's got the resale restrictions. That is going to be, in my mind, I don't think they're going to sell these out. They're going to push and push and push, and maybe they'll have to offer some incentives. And there were some great incentives where, we almost this past year on the cruise, we anticipated possibly adding more points, but we decided against it. And that was for Grand Floridian. And I don't know what the price point's going to be. It hasn't been announced yet, to my knowledge. But with those discounts for us, it was going to be like $140 a point direct, right? I don't see. I could be wrong. People, you're right. There is a niche client that's going to want that, but to spend that amount of money, if it's close to $200 a point for the cabins, I don't see it. But sales open February 1st, February 27th, general public is when you can do it. And the point charts are low. That's the thing. I understand that. So if you think of Christmas for a week, it's 232 points, right? Summertime, it's 148 for a week at the cabin, sleep 6. So I understand the concept art, they look great, right? But I just don't want to stay there. So I know you're going to ask me, and
no, I'm not going to ask you. I know you by now.
You'd asked me
I think
before.
Everything in the delivery is very bothered right now.
You just said, "Baby Yoda, you're the one for me."
Oh my God, stop.
So, but listen, it is a 6-person cabin. It's kind of on par with the studio with the point chart as Poly Villas. Sorry, go ahead. Everybody sees you. Raise your hand.
Well, here's the other thing. No, here's the other thing.
Yeah. Let's talk about my shirt. Wu-Tang's for the children. Anyways.
Sorry, I'm too young for that.
You are not. Do you remember Wu-Tang?
I do, but for the children, I don't. That part I still don't understand.
Oh, anyways, we'll move on.
A lot of people like your shirt. Yes, wonderful. I don't get it. I lost my thought. Now I remember. So, as a family of 5, we are limited to where we can go.
Yes and no. What do you mean?
Hold on. Depending upon, we have to get for our point value, I guess. So I guess it all comes down with the point.
Call on me.
No, not yet. So what I'm getting at is sometimes you're limited as to where you can stay in regards to the number of people. So that was one of the reasons why we invested in Disney Vacation Club, is because if we wanted to do stay in a resort, we would sometimes have to buy 2 hotel rooms or be limited as to where we can go. So, without spending.
Right. So you have the cash value. You could always buy. There are some villas for DVC that are set aside for cash value.
Right.
They're exorbitant in cost, and it is, you're right, more for families of 4 and under. There are the suites at Art of Animation, which I guess you can say is between a value and a moderate level resort.
They're getting pricey themselves.
They are, right. So, and I understand that, right? So it's what everybody's value is. Some people are like, I'm never in my hotel room. I don't care. I just need to put my head down. Whatever. There are others, and I think we would tend to lead towards this group of people where we enjoy the resort and the amenities that come with it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't see the DVC cabins at Fort Wilderness to be quite on par with the current sales that they're doing with the villas at Disneyland Hotel at $239 a point.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I don't. But I don't know. Excuse me. I don't want to say it's very far off. Here's the thing. You're going to be able to book these cabins for cash. You can call your agents, because I know we kind of got on a DVC tangent there. And the DVC is not for everyone, all right? Let's make that abundantly clear. And I think we've said time and time again, the only good use of DVC points is if you're going to Disney World, not cashing them in for other adventures or cruise lines or everything like that. There is not as much value. Your return on your investment's not there. So you can always rent if you were a DVC person. But when you talk, Heather, specifically about resorts, there is a cash value to all those resorts. Some of them only sleep 4, yes. But the villas at all the deluxe ones do have the option to sleep either 5 or 6.
Right.
I mean, 5 or more, considering the studios. The moderate level, such as Port Orleans and Caribbean Beach, can sleep 5. And then you have Art of Animation. All Stars, all of them, they have some suites. You know, they keep modifying these rooms because I don't know the stat, but I would say that the average family size, I know they say it's 4, but maybe
Google
5. Of course you are. Just like Descendants last week. Someone tell us.
What is the average size of a family in 2020?
Right. So to wrap this up and put a bow on it, literally, I think it's not going to be $150 per point or less. I think it's going to be between $200 and $215, with maybe some incentives at about $199 to try to entice people. There should be some incentives, but it won't be like the 140. Was it 143 or 147 we were offered this year?
I have no idea.
So
I don't remember.
And the resale restrictions are the same as Riviera because it's listed as a new one. 50 years, and you have to buy a certain number of points to get all the Disney benefits, and the amount of cash you could save on a resale contract is monumental. And this all goes back to how often you're going to visit Disney. If you're not going to, you're not a travel agent, you don't own a travel agency like Heather and myself, then it's kind of a moot point. But that being said, it'll be interesting to see when that price is out. I'd bet the average contract purchase price does become significantly lower than Riviera, Disneyland Hotel, or Poly Villas. That's what I'm waiting for.
Poly Villas, yes, you have been saying that.
So I'm waiting for that, but then I'm like, we already own on Magic Kingdom. So part of me is like, Riviera. But that's why we didn't do Grand Floridian. Because if you really want to, talk about your portfolio and divide it, right? If you're looking at property base, you have the Magic Kingdom line with where we are at Boulder Ridge, which, everybody's like, oh, why didn't you do Copper Creek? Which we did look at one point, but they don't have the studios that Sleep
Correct.
5.
See?
So J-Mo would be on the roof somewhere. Or maybe
probably
Sophia
like
at
that.
this rate. Right. So, but a lot of the resort, they're now all, when they get renovated, they are becoming a Studio 5. Copper Creek Cabins wouldn't have that, and that 7-11 month thing is a big difference. If you don't know what we're talking about, please feel free to reach out. But when you look at diversifying, I mean, we're just big Epcot fans, and Riviera with the Skyliner transportation gives you that access to there and Hollywood Studios. So kind of makes it easier when you want to book. Anyways, tangent over. What'd you find out? What's the average size of a family? Because people don't want to hear about the cabins anymore. However, before you go into that, the artwork, the artist renderings, everything that they're doing with the feel of the cabins has been published on our blog. Heather, can you share that on socials? Thank you very much. All right, go ahead.
So my question to you is, do you think over the last, 10 years, has the number increased or decreased in the amount of the average number of people per household?
I would say in the world, you mean, or is this America?
This is United States.
United States. I would say it has decreased.
You're right.
And
So-
you look at our current state of our economy, that is a big factor why.
All right. I agree.
Maybe not the COVID year. A lot of people were together then.
Well, so the average number,
Yoda won for me.
oh my God, is the average American household consists of 2.51 people.
Interesting.
So is that you,
we're
me,
double.
and J-Mo?
Yeah. Well, so Braden's.
Well, half? Like 2.5.
Right. It's a per capita. It's yes, 2.5.
Oh God, we're in trouble. I don't know.
Listen,
crazy.
that's another podcast, another day.
I know, true story. Sorry, friends.
Children, and everything that goes along with being a great parent it's not cheap, right? I think we can fully respect that, and
I'm gonna Google something else. Keep going. Go ahead.
we can fully kind of respect and understand that. And when it comes to vacationing and all those sorts of things, there's a cost, but you sign up as a parent to do that. And we're not going to get too deep on that, but we want to make sure that every family does whatever's right for them based on their own individual needs. And as parents, we expose them to things that we help them find what's interesting to them, interesting to our family culture, and you support all their interests and whatever they want to do as much as you can within the constraints that you have. So anyways, what'd you Google now?
That was very nice. No, I was just looking at what's the average cost of a vacation for a family of, I'd said 5.
So, but vacation meaning what?
Well, I just put in vacation. So it
Right
could
now,
be
you get free
anything.
food at Disney. Remember, bookmdtravel.com. Self-promo.
So anything from there to, it said in 2022, so we're looking at, a few years ago, the average number or family of 4 spent $4,500 on a vacation annually.
Does that include flights? $4,500 gets you
family
nothing.
of 5 could range anywhere from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I think it
Duh.
really depends. Well, yeah,
does.
it depends on where you're going and
exactly.
what you're
What's considered a vacation?
right. There's people that have staycation vacations and just do those kind of things.
All right, rail off, done, boom.
Okay, thank goodness, because I'm moving on to Disney's Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. Lookout Key. So they got some all-new port adventures. So the hard part is supply and demand. It is very hard to get a cruise that is going to Disney's Lookout Key. I don't know if it's Key or K, but I think it's Key at Lighthouse Point this summer. They have some more port adventures that they are going to be developing with their local tour operators. I am looking very forward to eventually getting there because we absolutely love Castaway Cay. Every cruise line that has their private island, Coco Cay with Royal Caribbean, all of them, they are a number one destination. People could care less about going to another country.
Yep.
They'd rather go to the all-inclusive fun island for the day. Anyways, that's all.
Yeah.
For that. Anything else to say about that?
No, you're right. I mean, we just recently had a couple reach out to us and said, here's our requirements. We want 7-day. We want, this is for a cruise, 7-day cruise, balcony, and it has to go to Coco Cay. I don't care anything else. It's like, oh, well.
Right.
Oh, and they gave us a date, which was really helpful.
Key number one, yes. Yeah. So as we talk about cruise lines, I'm going to pivot to the Disney Treasure, which will be coming out within a year. The maiden voyage is set for, I believe, off the top of my head, December 21st, 2024. It's a 7-day itinerary out of Port Canaveral in Florida. It'll be mimicking, the ship will look very similar in layout to the Wish. And if you've never been on a cruise, we are going to talk about cruise lines in general in a little bit. If you've never been on a cruise, one of the benefits is you pay for almost everything, right? Because there are those ones that have Wi-Fi and drink packages and everything. Certain cruise lines do all that. You have to pay more for excursions, but all your food is included. So it's like your dining plan is already included, and there's a whole array of activities. And I think one thing that is completely overlooked is the level of production of their shows. A lot of people in the parks don't go to the shows, like Lion King, right? Festival of the Lion King, the Nemo show. They are great, but most times people are all focused on the rides and attractions.
Yeah.
And character meet and greets. The cruise, it kind of gives you the opportunity to slow down a bit and really cherish the Broadway theater aspect of entertainment and I'm not saying just Disney, but all of them do some kind of thing. Disney is just much more modernized because a lot of times you already know the shows because they're connected to a movie. So for example, Disney Treasures got Moana, and they released a first look of the Moana show, which is Disney The Tale of Moana, which will debut exclusively at the Walt Disney Theater aboard the Disney Treasure December, like I mentioned. So they're going to have towering puppets. They're going to have warriors. They're going to have different scenes. Like, it looks incredible, and they're going to be transforming the entire Walt Disney Theater in How Far I'll Go. So talk about immersing yourself into something pretty amazing. If you haven't experienced any kind of Broadway show aboard a cruise line, something you definitely want to check out, and your agent can help you. Now, that being said, now is the time to start to plan. I know we were talking amount of money, this and that, whatever. But National Plan for Vacation Day is this month. January 30th, 2024 is just around the corner. And basically, we are here to help you plan your most perfect vacation wherever it may be, all-inclusive, cruise line, Disney, Disneyland, Universal, etc. All of our agents are standing by, and that is exactly 11 days away as we start to plan for National Plan for Vacation Day. People got the winter blues. That is coming. It's less than 2 weeks. You want to start figuring out your summer plans. Believe it or not, a lot of people are already looking towards December and beyond because we have a lot of holiday bookings actually starting to come in for those who want to attend Disney World or so forth. Anything else about planning for a vacation, Heather?
Contact us.
Okay.
Right now.
Right now. All right. Get on that. All right. So the next thing with what's happening is the 2024 Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. The dates have been released, and I'm going to quiz Heather.
Oh.
Going to quiz her to see if she knows what the she already is admitting she failed. What the difference may be. We know it's winter, all according to the calendar, but spring is blooming nearly at Walt Disney World Resort. Nothing says springtime fun like the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. Festival of the Arts will be finishing up, and Flower and Garden will kick off on February 28th and continue through May 27th for 90 days. Full of beautiful topiaries, inspirational gardens, delicious dishes, and rockin' music celebrating spring. So,
did you see Groot?
Not yet.
Oh my
I love how you just go from point A to point Z, folks. This is like what
That is true. That's me.
I'm trying to go A, B, C.
No.
A, Z, M, L, Q, T, Z,
Oh my
C.
God. I just want to go because I want a picture of this.
Okay.
With me. Okay.
Do
sorry.
you know why?
Nope.
Do you know what is significantly different for this year's festival? And it's not Groot.
Can you give me like a hint? I mean, like, are we talking like it has to do with like the topiaries themselves?
Topiaries.
Same thing.
Not tapioca pudding, topiaries.
Topiaries.
Any
Or-
ideas?
The length of time.
There you go. The length of time, they have shortened it by 30 days. So, question number 2, Heather.
Oh, I got that right.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yay! It's supposed to do. Yeah, see?
Okay. Question number 2. All right. Why do you think they did that? Why?
So they shortened it so that they can. So wait. I don't know. There's got to be another festival, but it's not Food and Wine. So then the
Food
arts
and Wine
is happening
typically
now.
starts in July-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
So the arts are right now.
Correct. So here's my question.
Okay.
Okay. Are they going to move up Food and Wine to kick off with Memorial Day weekend, let's say, give her that, right?
May, June, July.
Typically, it goes to about November. So either are they extending it? Are they shortening that one as well? So it would only be, let's say, June, July, August, come September, a new fall festival kicks off that they're creating, the Imagineers, before the holiday season. That's just a question. There's no answer.
No answer? Oh, my God.
But the big thing is they're shortening that festival. Why? From 120 to 90 days.
Well, data
Yes.
must show that it's not as popular. So,
Except some people are very excited about Groot. So,
Oh, well, yeah. I'm gonna share it. I mean, if y'all see this, y'all die. I die. I love him.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
That's cool. Oh, time out. Anybody who goes during the during this festival, tag me or send me your photos with Groot because it looks amazing.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Got it.
Okay.
The other thing I want you to be sure to kind of share out a little bit of information is Disney World has now offered a first look inside Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
The original date was late 2024. Now
boy.
they just say 2024 is when they expect it to be opening. And the key, which was shocking because of all the social media backlash, is there will be some remnants of Splash Mountain left behind. So there will be some things that largely resemble Splash Mountain, which I was kind of shocked.
Like what?
So if you look there, there's certain things retained, such as different things that were along the tour of Splash Mountain.
Okay.
Muskrat Moonshine.
I mean, it still doesn't.
Right. Listen, I had no problems with Splash Mountain. You can direct all hate mail to me. I think it was an iconic classic.
Yes.
But that's just me.
I get it.
But, in Tiana's Bayou Adventure, again, the nice thing is this has been now closed a year, and they are changing it. We don't know much. We don't know if it's going to be a lot of animatronics, audio, whatever. But they have now changed that it's not just late 2024. It is 2024. I'm a little skeptical for it to be summer 2024.
So you're thinking it's going to be before late 2024?
Yeah, I would say September.
Oh, we got to go to Disney this year. Oh, okay.
If I had to guess.
Okay.
The way you just said, oh, we got to go to Disney.
No, we have to go. All right, so we're going off the rails. We're having a moment, Andrew and I, where we can't figure out what we're going to do for one of our vacations.
Well, we know what the kids want to do, but it's just it's
yeah.
not an average price of $4,500 like you said.
Oh my God, no. I mean, maybe
that.
we'll have to share that either later in the episode or just have another one, like the real life struggle of trying to figure out what type of vacation you should go on, keeping all the cost factor in mind, the family ages in mind, the preferences of this, to that. Like, it's all real. Like, we're just not like, oh, we're going to Disney
still
all
be
the
a
time.
vacation.
And yeah, like we love Disney. We want to experience different things, but it's a lot to try to figure out right now.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yes, we will.
Okay. So I wanted to focus a little bit because you were just talking about that, and we talked off the rails a little bit. So apologies if this goes a little later than normal. But I want to talk about cruise lines because that's what a lot of people have been kind of angling to. And when we talk about the different cruise lines, just to give a little bit of overview and synopsis summary of what each cruise line kind of does. Because everybody's like, well, I don't know which one's best for me. This one's so expensive. This is that. Listen, the newest ships are always going to be the most expensive. Whether it's the Wish, the Treasure that's coming out, whether it's the Icon of the Seas, the Jubilee of Carnival, Utopia of the Seas for Royal Caribbean, Star of the Seas in 2025. Supply and demand. People that want to go on it, go. Go ahead.
Well, just one thing I want to point out. The reason why many people could possibly be dabbling or exploring cruises at this moment is that right now, that I'm going to go into one of the cruise lines.
Go ahead.
Royal Caribbean has launched it's the biggest cruise ship in the world. They
it's
just
monumental in size.
It is
icon.
ginormous.
It is
it's
an
the
icon.
icon of the seas, and our son Braden is obsessed
He's a
right
travel
now.
agent now.
He already priced out how much it would be for us, our 9-year-old, and he showed me this morning alone that it was a Today Show segment of the tour.
He's all about it.
He showed me 2 other videos of it. So I think, because it is the largest cruise ship in the world at the moment, it's getting a lot of press, and that's a good thing for them. So then, therefore, that has a lot of people considering.
And the maiden voyage just happened last week?
Yeah, out of Miami.
Yep.
If cruising is a thing for them.
Right. And I think many people have seen the commercials. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Shaq is now doing Carnival commercials, right? Like Shaquille O'Neal. So, there's a lot of people that are looking into it. But to piggyback off what Heather said, kind of a summary, because this is a question we're often asked is, so let's talk about the major cruise lines. Okay. So Disney Cruise Line, a magical voyage for families. This is how we kind of summarized it. Themed entertainment beyond character meet and greets. Disney cruises offer Broadway-style shows, deck parties, and themed days at sea like Pirate Night, where they do shoot fireworks off. Family accommodations. The staterooms are designed with families in mind, featuring split bathrooms. That is huge, 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 huge. The shower and the toilet sink area is 2 separate rooms. Also extra storage. Most of the rooms sleep 5, I would say, most of them. Mm-hmm. And the dining, I'm a big fan of the dining. It's rotational dining, allows you to experience different themed restaurants with the same serving staff, so your staff moves with you. I think we can definitely talk about menus and everything like that we experienced this past summer. There are activities for all ages. Kids Club divided by the different age groups, adult-only areas and spas. Everyone finds their space, and literally we didn't have anything to worry about with even our youngest. And the itineraries offer a great range of destinations from the Caribbean, Bahamas, Europe, and Alaska. Anything you want to add?
No, I think that's it. We
had a great experience with the adult-only restaurant Remy's. Talk about a Michelin star restaurant. It was exquisite. We still have the menus. Heather, can you post the menus?
I can.
Thank you.
Sure.
So, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if you want, I can go over Carnival because
Go ahead.
we, back in the day, pre-kids, we were a fan of Carnival cruises.
It is a lively and fun-filled journey.
It is. So the onboard entertainment, you can expect lively entertainment options, including comedy clubs, musical performances, and theme parties. Your food options are diverse dining, which includes Guy Fieri's Burger Joint, Blue Laguna Cantina, and, of course, you have your formal dining rooms.
Iguana.
Iguana, sorry.
But you're good. That's just some samples.
Your family features, you have the water parks, kid-friendly programming. Oh God, what do they call their kids club? It's called something.
Anyway.
Sorry, it's called something. The family cabins make it ideal for all ages, and you have a very casual atmosphere. So the dress code and overall vibe is more relaxed and inviting for that stress-free getaway. And your destinations primarily focus on the Caribbean, Mexico, and Alaskan routes.
Right. So depending on wherever you leave, what port you leave from, will kind of dictate that.
Right.
I know a lot of people, when you're in the Northeast, they're looking for those New York, New Jersey, where Royal Caribbean is. Disney leaves at New York in September only. Baltimore, those ports, but they usually go north, and Heather doesn't want to go north to the cold.
Nope, not yet. Sorry. Maybe when I get older, but nope, not right now.
When she's more refined in her, refining like a fine wine. Okay, so let's talk Norwegian. Very customizable and flexible cruising. The dining freedom with Norwegian, there's no set dining times or assigned seating, so you enjoy a more flexible dining experience. The entertainment is, varies. There's Broadway shows, live music, comedy acts, much, much more are available nightly. The stateroom diversity, there are affordable inside cabins to luxurious multi-room suites and a wide range of accommodations. The freestyle approach, this is a big theme of Norwegian. It's very casual with few scheduled activities and no formal nights, catering to those who prefer a much laid-back vacation. And those routes, they do sail globally. Norwegian's known for its unique itineraries, including trips to the Caribbean, Europe, and Asia. Did you have something you wanted to add?
No. I see that there's vast differences as we're going over this, and these are good questions to consider.
Right.
When you want
what you're looking
take
for.
a cruise. Yeah.
And I would say, so one thing that we did go, I've been on Norwegian a couple times, and I'm dating myself. I went on the Norway. I don't think the ship's even still sailing. But I don't remember the one we went on our honeymoon where you just went to all the Hawaiian Islands, which was a very unique itinerary and the easiest way to experience all the islands of Hawaii and not have to worry about plane on, off, on, off, on, off. We were able to really enjoy ourselves, in that regard. So Norwegian is great in that way. We did have some clients out of New York go to the Bermuda where you stay overnight in September. So, and they had a young child, so they enjoyed it. It seemed like it was an overall great trip for them.
I want to say that one, I don't want to say perk, but I believe there is a basic alcohol package included.
Included or an extra cost?
No, I think it's included.
Okay. So that's every cruise line is going to entice you. It's like free dining for Disney.
Yep.
That is what Norwegian is doing. You want to talk Royal Caribbean?
Oh my gosh. I should bring Braden down. Let's talk about Royal Caribbean.
Cutting edge ships and thrilling adventures. Huge.
Innovative amenities. So you have rock climbing walls, zip lines, robotic bionic bars, and the ships are packed with modern amenities. You have your accommodations in it range. You can have a virtual balcony rooms to luxurious suites. And when we say by virtual balcony, we saw this in, I think it's the Icon.
Right.
They have your balcony, and then you press a button, and then it opens, it slides down the window, so then you can access your balcony. I don't really like that. It's not a balcony. It's not.
It's an image, but yes, I got you.
Yeah, so it's different. Okay, so innovative. Your dining experience, so you have your specialty restaurants offer everything from Italian to sushi, along with complimentary main dining rooms. Family focus, so there's excellent children's programs and family-friendly activities, including water parks, ice skating rinks. They have the surfing that, I don't know what it's called, but you can surf, and then the rock climbing walls. And your destinations, they vary, or they have a wide array of destinations from the Caribbean, Europe, Asia, and the unique transatlantic voyages.
Right. Lastly, the most popular one, I don't want to say most popular, but the one that's gained the most traction is MSC Cruises, which is a blend of European sophistication and modern luxury. They have a very strong European influence, so you can expect a strong European influence in design, food, and onboard languages. They have very diverse dining options, authentic Italian cuisine to the Mediterranean flavors, international choices. MSC truly offers a culinary journey. The elegant design, the ships boast chic, modern interiors with an emphasis on style and sophistication. Those entertainment options are definitely unique, like Formula One simulators and 4D cinemas, along with Broadway-style shows. They have the MSC Yacht Club, which is the exclusive ship-within-a-ship concept, offering a luxury experience with private facilities and personalized service. I'm sure at an added cost. I'm going to just put that out there. They are family friendly as well. They partner with Lego, and Chico means excellent children's clubs and family activities. Global itineraries, they do sail worldwide with a strong presence in the Mediterranean, Northern Europe, Caribbean, and now recently Asia and in the Middle East. So
Wow.
the one thing I would say is we had some people go on MSC, and the kids club was not open when they needed it, meaning like at sea. It was more open when they were
At port.
so they were leaving their kids behind for an excursion, which is not beneficial. So just wanted to throw that out there. And all these vary in cost. You're going to have kids sail free, this, that, all of them. If I had to rank costs, what's going to be the most expensive? Definitely Disney and Royal Caribbean would be number 1 and 2. Not sure which way. It could lean, depends on what ship, what itinerary, but Royal Caribbean, Disney are going to be your most expensive. They don't offer, as many deals depending upon, there's always a lot of blackout dates. Then you would have Carnival and Norwegian, and then I would say MSC falls in underneath that. Here's the big tips when you're starting to look at a cruise experience, and it can be overwhelming. There's no doubt about booking, looking, figuring out, and then everything else that goes with it. There are a lot of options when it comes to cruises because a lot of these cruise lines now have 20-plus ships that are rocking and rolling on the high seas, right? Disney doesn't, but definitely Royal. I mean, they're pumping out 3 ships in the next year. So,
Insane.
Right. So early booking. Often the earlier book, the better the price and the wider the selection of cabins. We are so failing at that right now. The ship layouts, they have unique layouts and amenities. So you definitely want to familiar yourself with the ship's map to make the most of your time. Take the stairs. We got a lot of steps in there. Forget waiting for the elevator.
Yep.
You're going to need it after all the food you eat anyway. Check that daily programming. The cruise director will be hopping on. That cruise line offers daily itinerary of activities, everything from trivia and dance classes to sports tournaments. You can utilize those port days so the ship might be less crowded when docked. We've done that. Exploring the port cities can be a highlight of your cruise. So if you want to get off at the island, great. If you don't, enjoy the ship. The water slides will not be as packed. The pool areas, everything will be definitely a lot less crowded. And then Heather did mention those beverage packages. So there are certain cruise lines that offer those beverage packages that could save you some money and evaluate your needs before purchasing. I don't know how much you're going to drink. Some people will get their money's worth. Others won't. But overall, when we talk, we wanted to focus on cruising because it does offer an exceptional vacation experience like we've kind of gone over between entertainment options and the leisure adventure and definitely being able to explore those multiple destinations in one trip without an airplane involved unless you're going to the port. Each cruise line is unique with their own charm and specialties, and whether it's a family adventure with Disney or a fun-filled escape with Carnival or a relaxed atmosphere with Norwegian, they all have their niche. It could be an innovative adventure on Royal Caribbean like the Icon or that European elegance touch with MSC. There's a perfect cruise line for every traveler, and you can, of course, get a hold of us at bookmdtravel.com.
Absolutely. One thing I want to add, when considering this, give yourself at least 2 days to get to your cruise port.
Yeah. You never know what the airline travel's a mess. There's just, that's the one thing.
Nature of the beast right now.
Since pre-COVID.
Right.
A flight gets canceled for no reason, and then you will be missing the ship. So you may want to take the insurance out for that reason as well. So I would say at least 2 days if possible. But here's the thing. We've had friends that go down the day of and no problems. It's really a game of craps. Now, speaking of craps, there are casinos on most ships except for Disney. They really ensure that there's nothing there for the kids. They really focus on the family adventure. All the other ones typically do have a casino of sorts. So,
and one other thing to add with Royal Caribbean, only because I've been taking the Royal Caribbean classes.
Yeah.
That they have like Central Park. They have like actual malls.
Right.
And
a lot of shopping
areas where you can shop. So
there's a lot. And then when you're, only when you're at sea, they do have to be closed when they're in port, so, but a lot of this stuff is duty free, so you can get some good deals as well. All right, that's going to wrap up episode number 55.
Wow.
55. A lot of blogs have come out recently. Heather will share them. She's going to share Groot. She's going to share the DVC cabins. You got a lot of work to do. Put your checklists.
So great.
Yeah. You can find us on our website at bookmdtravel.com. How about the socials?
Instagram, Magical Destinations Travel Co. Facebook, Magical Destinations Travel. X, Magical
No, it's still Twitter. Magical Desk Trav, Twitter. Everybody still calls it Twitter.
Okay.
Anyways.
And at Disney Vibes through YouTube.
Yes, please subscribe. And I do want to say, we did put an article out. There are people from all over the country in America right now reaching out that want to join our agency. If that is you, if you have a passion for Disney, travel, anything at all, and want to learn more about all these different destinations and help people, could just be friends and family. There's, no pressure at all. Please reach out to us. We have a whole article on the blog and on the website, and it really goes into detail as to how to get started. I know that's a lot of question. It's for fun. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot. We have a phenomenal staff of agents as it is, and we're always looking to expand because good people are where it's at, because you got to let the vacay vibes flow. So I know this is Disney vibes, but we just like vacation overall. We know our focus is Disney, but we do like all areas of vacation. We continue to expand that. Good?
Let the vacation vibes flow.
There you go.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.